Hello Frankfurt, my name is Rosalie Placati and welcome to the Fall Fest edition of Our Town. Well, we can't really let summer go much farther without presenting Fall Fest to the community, and I think it's kind of fun to think that we started in Our Town on the green talking about the upcoming things this summer. And even though activities are not done on the green for the year, Fall Fest kind of is the main event. So starting this off, I'm going to introduce Trustee Dick Trevarthen, and of course the Fall Fest is one of the biggest things the village is involved in, correct?
That's correct, Rose. It's sort of the grand finale for the village of Frankfurt.
And like I said, even though this isn't the only thing that happens, I mean, it's not like we close our doors, but bringing how many thousands of people into our village is kind of something to talk about.
A little over 200,000 people, and we really like to showcase our town at this time. We really think it's beautiful, and we welcome all those visitors at that time.
And you said showcase. I mean, obviously, this is a great opportunity to showcase.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is very much so, because we have 2,000 empty lots out here. We'd love to build you a new home on. That's not a paid commercial, but anyway, this is the time of the year when all the volunteers get together and show their stuff and really put a great show together for you to come, and all the vendors that make it. And we got the fire department, police department, the village board, which your taxpayers, they furnish the Public Works Department, and they also pay for the police. So it's a big get-together.
Mm-hmm. And when you said showcase, too, because I know it's funny, I think the first time I came to Frankfurt in '85 was over Fall Fest weekend. We bought our first house here. So I think you're right. People do come here and check out our village.
Mm-hmm. I heard someone say earlier 41 Fall Festivals we've had, and I've been living here for 45 years, so I think I've seen quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm. And the village really does tie together. I know this is the Chamber's big event, but however, it really does affect, and you guys have to work hand in hand.
Oh, always. It's not a problem anymore. Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Correct, Rose.
Okay, because the police department, Public Works, and you know what, they work around the clock.
Well, yes, but you got to remember the volunteers, like the Beta tent that puts up the big entertainment tent. That is all sponsored and taken care of by the homeowners associations in town. So, and all the private clubs all get together, and they also make money during that time. So it's also a fun time, but it's also a time for organizations to make some money for themselves.
And again, as people come here, some people have never been to Frankfurt before, and it's an opportunity to talk about the other things that we do in town.
Oh, we do a lot of things all summer long. We have a car show, and even after the Fall Festival, you'll see that our car show weekly continues on, and also our Sunday morning farmers market, which has become very popular in this town.
So you're absolutely right. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I know that as a trustee and that you're representing the entire village board, that you truly welcome all these people to Frankfurt.
Yes, yes, and I always like to say I've only been on the board for 22 years, whether that's right or wrong. That's how long I've been here. Thank you, Rose.
All right, thank you, Dick. All right, well, like he said, you know, I mean, this is such a big event that happens to Frankfurt, and it really is an accumulation of a lot of people working very, very hard. And obviously, with this being a chamber event, I welcome John Clavio, president of the Frankfurt Chamber.
Hi, Rosalie. How you doing today?
I'm very, very good. Listen, I know you guys work year-round on this, but why don't you talk a little bit about the Frankfurt Chamber and how this fits into your big list of things to do?
Absolutely. Rose, it's exciting about Fall Fest, too, especially with our business owners, because we focus the downtown historic business district, and there's a lot of cute, charming businesses down here. Most of them are chamber members as well. We've actually got over 600 chamber members of our small little chamber here in Frankfurt. And throughout the year, we do things on the same spot as where we host Fall Fest, as concerts on the green. We just finished our golf outing, and all of the monies go to pretty much about 50% go back into the community for scholarships, for other civic organizations and civic activities as well.
Now, I know this is, and I love talking about this too, because you've got a lot of members, and you do a lot of things for a relatively small town chamber, but I don't think you see yourself that way, do you?
We are not a small chamber by
That's
any
right.
means. We are the Frankfurt Chamber of Commerce. However, many of our businesses come from Manhattan, Tinley Park. We've got businesses as far as Joliet and Ottawa. We've even got some members that are in Indiana that belong to the Frankfurt Chamber as well. So we're very fortunate, actually, because we're larger in size than many of our chambers, even though our business district is not as large as other communities.
I love to talk about that because I think that goes to your organization and your leadership and your staff that we'll be talking to a little bit later. Now, the Fall Fest, you have to work, you obviously this is a great organization as far as how you structure this. So why don't we talk a little bit about that before I start talking to Renee?
Absolutely. Our Fall Fest is one of our largest income generators for the Chamber of Commerce. It's over 50% of our income. And what we do is we have a devoted chairperson and co-chairperson. And unfortunately or fortunately for me this year, I am the president / co-chair of Fall Festival. So Renee and I actually meet every Wednesday morning for 4 hours year-round from just after last year's fest up until this fest to plan out all the details and make sure everything happens. We work with the village, we work with the staff in the office to make sure that we're actually doing what needs to be done timely so that it gets done. There's so many exciting things too that's going to happen this year, but Renee can talk about those.
Okay. And since we've all been together for so long and we know this inside out, we should probably talk about the date and where it's all located.
That would probably be good, yes. We are sitting right now on what will be transformed into Brighter's Green entertainment stage. So we will have free entertainment at this point. We'll throw out hay bales. We'll put up a tent, so if it's hot, it's July and we're talking 60 degrees right now, but we could do this weather for Fall Fest without a problem.
That would be heavenly.
Just keep the rain around or away. Actually, it's September 5th, 6th, and 7th this year, and that's our portion of it. Is the board that we sponsor is actually Friday or Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There's also other events like the Kiwanis and the Beta team that do other events as well associated with it as well.
Okay, so I'm going to start talking to Renee about the actual event itself. I know you guys work closely together, but I love to talk about how many years has it been now since we've been doing this Fall Fest?
The Frankfurt Chamber has been doing it for 41 years.
Wow, that's incredible. What a history. And how many hundreds of volunteers do you really pull together on this? I love to talk about that as well.
I don't know the exact number, and I don't want to quote exact numbers, however, but it's in excess of 400 volunteers throughout the year and the course of the weekend.
And I know you're very proud that this is very much an award-winning fest.
That's correct, yes. I won't give you numbers on that. Renee can take the honors for her award-winning fest, but I will say the volunteer aspect of it, all of us are wearing these yellow shirts like this throughout the whole weekend. So it's very well coordinated as far as help. It's very well staffed, and we make sure that the visitors that Dick talked about, the 250,000 plus that come into town, are well taken care of and receive the hospitality of Frankfurt.
Well, I do have to say, it does look seamless at that point, but I can only imagine the hours that you put into it, so you must be very proud.
Very, very proud.
Okay, well, thank you, John. And I'm going to start talking to Renee because I know she's got all the details, and I know she wants to showcase something here. You've brought some new things into it, so thank you very much.
Thanks, Rosalie.
Okay. We'll be seeing a lot more of John over the weekend, and we were happy to have him today. Right now, I have Renee Matlock with us, and she is the, how do I say this then, the co-chair? How do we do this?
Chair.
You are the chair. Okay. And you're wearing a hat.
I'm wearing my cowboy hat today. Do you know why?
No.
Well, each year we do a theme, and typically the theme is an internal theme. But this year we're taking the theme out to the whole community, and the theme is the Wild Wild Fest. So I've got my hat on, and I'm actually Miss Kitty of Gunsmoke, and I've got a red hat that I'll wear during the weekend also, a Miss Kitty hat.
And that's one of the things I really like about this fest and the volunteers that are involved in it is you guys really, you do it to 110%.
We do, but we have fun while we're doing it. This year we got a couple new things. We decided to, our map book, our guidebook, we decided to expand that this year and involve other aspects of the community. And so we took a poster contest to the Lincoln Way High School students, art students, and we had over 30 entries. And the winner, which is right here, is Tori Gowalczyk. She is at Lincoln Way North. And this will be featured on the front of our guidebook this year. And the guidebook is good, has been really kicked up a notch, and it's going to be really fun.
I did see the beginning of that guidebook, and I think what's going to happen is this is not going to be a throwaway piece.
No, I think this is going to be a keeper. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take this image, and it's going to go on posters that are going to be signed by our artist, and we're going to also put it on grocery green bags that can be purchased during the weekend in the arts and craft tent.
Again, a good, not a throwaway, because you want these people to come back.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about all the different facets of the fest, starting with, obviously, the crafters.
We have over 300 artisans that are going to be joining us that weekend. Many of our old standbys are back, but we always kick this up every year. Our Arts and Crafts Committee go to fests throughout the country seeking new talent. We just always want to make it better. Not necessarily bigger, but better.
And you really fill up this downtown. Now, also, John had just spoken about some free entertainment on the green as well.
Yes, all day there'll be 5 or 6 different people playing throughout the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We've got some really exciting news that I'd like to share today.
Always.
We signed, sealed, and delivered a contract with Radio Disney. And I got goosebumps.
That is
I
very
really
cool.
do. Radio Disney will be on the green
Perfect.
Saturday morning, 10 to 11. And we're going to be giving away two, what's her name? Taylor Swift. We're going to be giving away two free Taylor Swift tickets that day.
Very, very cool. That is quite a coup, because I know
is.
that the museum had looked at Radio Disney, and that's kind of like the top of the hill here.
And it is going to be sponsored by a couple of our chamber members, to be determined yet.
All right, now so you've got your crafters, because you really take the whole footprint of downtown and you use it, every inch of it.
We do.
And we're going to have the Lions Club on to talk about the big entertainment tent. But Beta could not come today. We tried to get a member, so let's talk a little bit about that as well, because you partner with a lot of people for this.
Absolutely. We've been working very closely with Beta. They've got their wonderful entertainment tent that goes up Wednesday night, and I know we've got someone from the Lions Club talking about the big dance coming up. Entertainment throughout the weekend in the Beta tent. Great libations, lots of fun. And we partner with many of these organizations, and Beta is such a critical part of the Fall Fest that they're now attending our steering committee meetings.
Excellent. And Beta is made up of all the different homeowners.
Absolutely, and some other, like the girls softball, other civic organizations.
Now, this fest is also a great place to eat. So why don't we talk about our food court?
Our food court is going to be located right behind us, adjacent to Bright's Green. We have 16 civic organizations that sponsor the various booths, and you can get everything from hot dogs and hamburgers and brats and even strawberries. So if you're looking for a healthy option, you have that as well.
And there's nice places to eat and things like that, because really once you've got these people here, you really want to showcase all of this. And I know the civics really appreciate that, because they can make some money. We were talking about budgets before, and a lot of people do depend on this to make some of their budget for the year.
It's a true community event where we bring together all the major organizations in the town. We've got the police, fire, park district, chamber, and all our civic organizations who work tirelessly, especially during that weekend, to just bring this award-winning fest to our town.
Now, one more thing I want to point out is you can't exactly just drive up and park in front of the green. So why don't we talk about some of the logistics that you have to do?
Well, we've got a great system for parking. We have two major lots located on LaGrange Road. The largest is the Boy Scout parking lot, and then that is a grassy parking lot. And then we have a paved parking lot at Peace Community Church with shuttle buses running all day long up till 9 o'clock in the evening. The shuttle buses are going to drop off at Trolley Barn, so it's a real easy way to get in and out of town. We also have our handicap parking, which is going to be at Trolley Barn and St. Peter's Church.
Okay, very, very good to know, because a lot of people that come here, even if they live in Frankfurt, are kind of amazed at how huge this thing is.
We bring our nearest and dearest friends to town, over 200,000 of them.
You have 200. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Now, one of the coolest things that happen in town, obviously, is the parade. So let's talk about that just a little bit, because obviously we have your Grand Marshal on to honor her. But let's talk about the parade and what that's going to look like this year.
Well, on Sunday afternoon, our parade kicks off at 1 o'clock in the downtown historic district. The theme of the parade this year is how the fest was won.
Yeah.
And so we're really carrying this Wild Wild West theme throughout. I encourage everyone to wear their cowboy hats downtown that weekend. The parade committee has been working and have come up with some fabulous new changes. One is that the reviewing stand and the announcers are going to be located at Ash in Nebraska, more in the center of the parade rather than at the end of the parade. And in addition to that, we're bringing in a third announcer who is going to kind of be a person on the street. And in order to seek out this person, we have a cattle call, and we actually are asking for our residents and local people to try out for this position.
Very, very cool. Well, and then, if you get some star, we can incorporate it into some other things.
Yeah, and Radio Disney will be in the parade too.
Oh, maybe I'll have to think about that now. So now, if people want to find out more, Renee, I mean, this is so huge, and I know you do a great job on your website and even with your committee, and of course your downtown office here. How can people find out more?
Well, one of the best ways, this is the first year we've had a Fall Festival website, and it's www.frankfurtfallfestival.info. And everything what we've just talked about, plus more, is located there. If you have a favorite artisan you want to look up, you can just go to the artisan page, and you can actually click on their website and see what products they're going to be showcasing during Fall Fest. All the times, all the events, all the entertainment, food selections, everything will be on there. We also have, for the first time this year, a Facebook page.
Oh.
So if you'd like to become a friend of the Frankfurt Fall Fest, just go to Facebook and join our Facebook team.
Yeah. We were just talking about Facebook. You know, I think that's just another way to communicate, and you kind of got to keep up.
It is. And it also is a way for our volunteers to connect before Fall Fest.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a wonderful fest, and I truly applaud all the work you do. I know that there's a lot of people involved with this, but, you know, to put on this kind of event, it's got to be, you know, gosh, tiring?
Tiring, but fun and exhilarating too. It's just, you know, there's just a momentum going that keeps going. You know, I drove down West Nebraska today, and I'm thinking, oh, they're going to have to get out here and mow that lawn, and the Fall Fest flag's going to go up, and the carnival's going to stage at the police, at the fire department. You know, it's exciting. Yeah. It's exciting. A lot of work, but many volunteers come together to make it work.
All right. Well, thank you, Renee. I know it is. I applaud your efforts, and I look forward to this year's Fall Fest.
Thank you. It's going to be a good one. Bring your cowboy hat.
I will. All right. Yeah, it is amazing how much work goes into this and how many people participate. And you know what? And we all benefit from it. And I'm not always sure that people know how hard all this is. But one of the biggest components of the Fall Fest is the carnival, because the kids love it and it brings the whole family thing downtown. So with me is Larry Rock from the fire department. And welcome, Larry. And I know you work hard at this.
Not as hard as people think.
You want to put that on the air?
The more years that we do this, the easier it gets.
Absolutely.
You know, it's really starting to do it itself.
Now, you've had some changes over the years. Tell me where it's going to be located. I keep forgetting, you know, we all know all this stuff, so let's talk about the actual logistics.
It's going to be where it's been the last couple of years, over in the parking lot by Fox Lumber, and then the smaller rides, the kiddie rides, will be here on the green, on the east end of the green.
And that's working out for you?
Oh, yeah, it works out real well.
And you bring in a well-known, good reputation outfit to do this, but logistically, it's a lot to put together on our grounds. I love to watch it go up.
Yes, we use Astro Amusement, which is part of Mid-America Entertainment, and they do the state fair. And we've worked with them for over 25 years, and they are one of the safest carnivals. They are the safest carnival in the state that we're aware of.
Now, and you put that up a little bit early so that some of our Frankfurt folks can enjoy that?
They come in, come in Sunday night the 30th. They'll start coming into town, and they'll start setting up Monday the 31st, and we'll open up Wednesday for kids night, Wednesday, and teen night will be Thursday.
And that's kind of nice because, you know, as these 200,000 people come in, it's kind of nice to do something for our own town.
Right, and that was the main focus of the Wednesday and Thursday nights. Let's get our kids in first, you know, so they can enjoy it by themselves before the crowd comes in.
The crowd. Now, this is a bit of a fundraiser, or at least there is some income generated with this, and you kind of disperse that back into the community?
Correct. It goes into scholarships at the high school for seniors that are interested in entering the fire service, and we use it for our firemen through the Illinois Fire Chiefs Association for scholarships, and we use it to kind of fund our cadet program.
Which is always a great program, and I know that the fire department, I know that the museum works with the fire department very, very closely, and you're a great partner in the community.
We try to be. You know, we're there for them, and we appreciate them, and I hope the community appreciates us.
Okay. Well, if people want to find out, I think they do. If people want to find out more about the carnival or what the fire department offers, how can they find out more?
The carnival, it is on the Chamber's website that Renee just talked about, and that's the funds that we use from the carnival go back into the community, and it also goes back into the fire district. Last year we purchased the guys call them thumpers, but it assists with CPR. It wraps around the patient's chest, and that relieves one person from doing CPR. If anybody's done CPR for a long period of time, you know how tiring it is. And this just goes in, just
Wow.
does compressions for you on the chest.
Wow.
The fire district bought 3 of them, and the association assisted with some of the funding on that. We're looking to buy a 4th one because we're opening up a new station.
Yes, I just saw
at
it in the paper.
at the end of this month. So we're going to be assisting with that also. It's the funds have gone into. We've bought, like I said, CPR training equipment, and I'm just. Brain is going blank here with, just over the years, the things that we've funded. It's been hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And I don't think people realize that, of course, you're a taxing body and you use your funds wisely, but there's always more things that you want, and this is another way that you can put this back into the community.
Right. That and with public education equipment. Everybody knows Fireman Dennis.
Yes.
And he does a great job. And these are just some of the tools that we help him take out back into the community.
Well, I'd like to thank the fire department and you for coming today. And I know to find out some of the community programs that you do, why don't you tell everybody your website or your phone number so that they can find out more about the fire department?
Our website is frankfurtfire.org, and our phone number is 815-469-1700. And if anybody has any questions, they can give us a call and just ask for Chief Grady, myself, or Dennis, and we'll be more than glad to help them out.
Okay, well, thank you, Larry, and I'll see you at the carnival during Fall Fest.
Most likely.
All right, and that is such fun for the kids, and it's a big deal in Frankfurt. Again, like Renee said, there's so many things that go into this to make this seamless event, and people come and visit us and think, wow, this is cool, but all the things that go into it. Another thing that goes into it, and it's been part of the history of Frankfurt, is the Lions Club dance that we have on Thursday, and with me is Mr. Dennis Murphy from the Lions Club. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you. And you've got your vest on, and
Yes.
I love the Lions Club. Now, you've been doing this, the Lions Club has been part of the Fall Fest and doing this dance for a very long time.
Yes. This is our 28th annual dance for the charities, but the Lions Club had been involved with it for years before that as well. But for the last 8 years, we've been selling tickets and trying to kick off the fest on the Thursday night with the dance and the community gathering, as well as a great raffle and prizes of some sort, through the years.
And like Larry was talking about the carnival being kind of open Wednesday and Thursday for the community, this Thursday night event is very much for Frankfurt and the a little bit more intimate than the 200,000 people that come here over the weekend.
Right. We is the Lions Club. We go out and we solicit the funds and from our neighbors, friends, and community members for our support. We use the money for various things, but it's a great thing for the community to get together to kick off the great weekend that we have here for the Fall Fest on that Thursday night. We have a band and serve food there, and it's really, like you say, very intimate.
Now, you do sell these raffle tickets. Let's talk a little bit about that. What is that about?
Well, the raffle tickets, first prize, we give away $10,000. And we only sell approximately 2,000 at the very most. Unfortunately, at times, you don't always get them all sold. So it's great odds. We have other prizes of $1,000, $750, $500, and numerous other prizes. And then with the money collected, of course, we have to pay our way through here with the tent, and we have a band and great entertainment that night. So it's our big fundraiser. The Lions Club probably relies on this for 80% or more of our annual fundraising.
So Frankfurt people, pay attention to that because the Lions Club is a great organization. Why don't we talk about the Lions Club? What position do you hold in the Lions Club?
I'm the vice president of the Lions Club currently. The Lions Club is the world's largest service organization, and it was actually founded in Chicago area by one of the doctor who saw a need for help for the visually impaired blind people. But since then, it's really expanded into so many other avenues of help and service for needy people of all sorts.
And community support. I know that the Lions Club was generous to support the museum, and I know that funds are hard to come by, so we appreciate that certainly. But you do other things in the community.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We do seasonal food baskets for people that are down on their luck or otherwise. We do a lot of scholarships for children who have shown civic duties and activities, and we try to help them out, with their goals, even coming out of junior high. So we do a little bit of support for them, just to reward the children and the young people for the volunteerism that is what we profess.
And those are our future leaders.
Right.
Now, and I know it's also, you have a great sense of camaraderie. You meet twice a month.
Actually, it's a monthly meeting that we do, a general meeting, but then we have a board of another 10 people or so that we do meet additionally once a month, and then we have different chair committee groups that will get together and stuff. Many of the people are involved with many other activities and civic groups within the area, so it's prominent, and it is a lot of fun. It's very rewarding.
And you have a dinner meeting. When are those held? If I was part of Kiwanis, and like you said, there's a lot of good civic groups. They work hard on behalf of the community. If people want to find out more about the Lions or would like to even become a Lion, how do they do that?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Well, we meet on the second Monday of each month at the Founders Center. Many of the local chamber people are involved with it, and so there's a lot of activity. We also have our webpage, which I believe is frankfurtlionsclub.org, and so you can get information there. Again, meeting on the monthly meeting, and we're in a few of the newspapers, and there's other information throughout. We'd love to have other volunteers and people that are looking for a way to devote their time and energy, and it doesn't take a lot, and it's a great reward at the end of it.
I agree, and as new people move in, this is a great way to meet new people, get new friends, and really help out Frankfurt. And I know that I did that when I first came to Frankfurt and met some great people that are a real treasure in my life.
Yes. I've actually one of the young girls that I've recently met. She's a blind girl and needed some help with high school and such, and we were able to support her and purchase a computer. And since then, she's really taken out and opened her wings, so to say, and blossomed. And she's currently in Washington area doing a national science camp for the disabled, blind and visually impaired. Excuse me. So that's really been good. And we hope and know that so many people come back to that and from that, and the word spreads, and it's really good. I have met quite a few friends of various ages, and just recently we did with the Earth Day in Frankfurt. I had a group of young high school students that wanted to come out and do some civic activity, so we sponsored them and helped them out through that, and gave them a little bit of leadership guidance and such as that, and it was wonderful. It was really a good day.
And that's the cool thing you take away from working on something like this. Well, Dennis, thank you for coming. Thank you for talking about the Lions, and I will see you Thursday night at your dance.
Very good. I hope that most of the people in Frankfurt will come. There's plenty of room there, and we look forward to everybody's participation.
Great. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
The Lions Club dance is nice. Like Larry had talked about the carnival being great for our local children. The Lions Club dance on that Thursday night is really nice for everybody to kind of come and kick off the event. Now, one of the biggest things that we get to do over Fall Fest, not me, I don't know why I said we, that the Chamber gets to do is to pick somebody in the community and identify them as the Grand Marshal for the parade. It's an honor. It's not taken lightly. And this year, and I know she was very, very surprised because I was there when it was announced, is Ms. Lynn Dugan. And welcome, Lynn. You are usually behind the camera. I was able to get you in front, so welcome.
Thank you, Rosalie. It was definitely a surprise, and it is definitely an honor.
I know. Well, you work so hard. Now, Renee said, you are Fall Fest. You're the face of Fall Fest. You work on this all the time. But it's also kind of a special time because there kind of is a retirement in the future.
Yes, I am retiring after 17 years with the Chamber. It happened sometime in December, and it's been a wonderful ride. Every year you have a new president, every year you have a new board. It's constantly changing, but it's been an organization that I have truly, truly enjoyed working for and honored to work for.
And I always know your commitment because every time I call the chamber, it's immediately replied to, and you manage all this because, you have quite a few members.
We do. We have way over 600 members, and for a small chamber, that's very, very good.
You should be proud of that. And I also noticed that you do keep up with today. I mean, I see e-newsletters and e-blasts and all the different things that you to communicate well.
Well, that goes for my committees and especially my board and my marketing committee. They want to stay on top of the technology, and we are certainly always, hopefully, trying new things and bringing more benefits to my members.
I would certainly agree with that. So, as Grand Marshal, now that's kind of a big title. Who are you going to be putting on that float with you?
Hopefully, my husband, Billy, and I have been married 41 years, and my 3 grandchildren. So, I'm sure it's going to be a horse-drawn vehicle. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's exciting. We're looking forward to it.
And certainly, they're kind of part of all this too, because as you're busy hard, when you're working hard here, they're supporting you.
Oh, definitely. My 3 kids, they've been behind me through this. The chamber, it's a busy job. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of evening meetings, weekend meetings, whatever, and my family has supported me through all this.
So I kind of figured they'd be on there with you because I know we're honoring them as well.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Now, retirement coming. Anything you want to share with us post Frankfurt Chamber?
Right now our plans are indefinite. We've lived in Frankfurt with a Frankfurt address for 39 years. And we see that going forward a few more years, but it might change.
And I'm going to guess that you won't be a stranger to the downtown or even to volunteering, I'm guessing, because I know sometimes when you quit something, it's hard to walk away because you've made some great friends.
I've also had 17 fall festivals. We have way over 100 volunteers every year that spend that last holiday weekend, Labor Day, with us. Some people work, 12-hour shifts. Some come for a few hours. We take whatever we can get, but the volunteers, it's what it's all about. And you never know, I might be back.
All right. Well, congratulations again, Lynn. I think it's an honor well deserved.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to get her in front of the camera because we've been planning these shows for a long time, and I'll always call Lynn and I'll say, let's put together a show, and she makes it all happen. So it was great to put her on the air, and she'll be a great Grand Marshal. Well, I want to thank you for watching the Fall Fest edition of Our Town. See you over Labor Day, and have fun with it.